Welcome to DEMOCREPUBLIX, where we cover the real news that matters to we the people. It would always come to this. At some point there would be a reckoning for BLM and Antifa. The shootings in Kenosha, Wisconsin are a dividing line for America. This is the moment where normal people finally said, enough. There will be consequences. This is a war between radicalized lunatics bathed in unquenchable envy and self-pity and those who refuse to act like victims. But they are victims. All of us are. On both sides of the divide. We are victims of a vicious program to divide and conquer the US through a culture war designed to dehumanize each other. We fight among ourselves over scraps while the people who manipulated events to this point walk away laughing at the destruction. They want the violence. They love it. They relish it. It brings them power and prestige. To maintain their power, as the systems they've built fail, they have set us against each other. Paid looters and rioters to become cannon fodder in their war against common decency, culture, communities and family. All for control over the levers of political power. In 2016 we tried to tell them, peacefully, enough was enough. We elected Donald Trump, of all people, to be our standard bearer. We did it the way we were taught was the right way, through the ballot box. It was supposed to be the hallmark of our enlightenment, the peaceful transfer of power. It's been anything but. For 4 years we've endured a non-stop parade of political venality unmatched in modern history. The quest for regaining the power of the White House broke no holds being barred. And if Trump wouldn't go willingly and we didn't learn our lesson, then they would activate every cell to flood the streets with disaffected and nihilistic youths to loot and rob, using their outrageous sense of entitlement as fuel for their rage against a machine they are, unwittingly, the main cogs of. But having watched one young man clear in his purpose to defend his town from roving thugs in Kenosha be forced, under clear conditions of self-defense, to kill 2 people is a dividing line we're not coming back from. Wars are only profitable for those that promote them. Those that fight the wars are the real victims. This kid, a hero by my personal reckoning, is also a victim and there's no coming back from what he's had to do. Killing while justified is still killing. It scars you, no matter if you wear a blue uniform, fatigues or a green t-shirt. The animals we see on the streets under the auspice of what the media calls peaceful protests beating people to within inches of their lives for the crime of being white and defending their property have no humanity. And yet, in order for us to survive this dark period of history, we will still have to reach out to them and offer them peace and assistance back from the insanity that grips them now. That will be the hardest thing for us to do, while also maintaining the resolve to do what we feel is necessary to preserve something of what we've built. That is the dividing line for many of us. Only you know where that limit is. There are a lot of people out there right now confronting that limit for the first time. We are up against people who broke no limit on their behavior. Everything is justified in the pursuit of their righteous cause. You can see in it all the video footage. And they know it. They know that we'd rather not fight back. That, unfortunately, to people empowered by the mob and turned into bullies, is misinterpreted as weakness. Having humanity is not weakness. It is strength. And nothing bursts the bubble of false bravado on display by Antifa and BLM at this point than strength of character, which defines limits, creates boundaries and establishes consequences. The sad truth is that this is only the beginning of what's to come. The line is crossed and from town to town, that line will be more difficult to assess than ever before. The myth of policing is failing. There aren't enough cops to quell these riots. The state has been revealed as their enablers. The law has been used against property owners told they shouldn't defend themselves or their businesses. They've been afraid of being the ones who cross the line while the looters overwhelm the streets. That impulse will continue to wither. This anarcho-tyranny will not stand for much longer. That's what we saw it on the streets of Kenosha. We'll see more of it until a new form of order asserts itself. Let us know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share and subscribe. And check out DEMOCREPUBLIX.com for the latest in news. Until next time.
We live in a Orwellian nightmare. We live in a Orwellian nightmare.